Hello and welcome back to Sunday Tea. This is season 3, episode 10, and it will be the final episode of this season. I will be back in 3 weeks. I haven't decided if I'm going to continue with this podcast format or if I might change it up a bit, but I will decide closer to the time. And I don't believe in discussing your plans or goals before you're ready to act on them. And I truly believe that your silence is one of your superpowers. And when you learn to utilize the art of silence, it allows you to experience life uninterrupted. If you're using silence as a form of control or abuse, that is never okay. And if you're with somebody or around people who use silence as a weapon, my advice to you is remove yourself. Nothing good will ever come out of that situation. But when you utilize the power of silence to focus on your strategic moves, strength, and actions, nothing or no one can come in the way to interrupt what you wish to do and what you plan to do. When you're in a place of certainty, in knowing who you are becoming and knowing who you are, you have absolutely nothing to prove to anybody. Especially when people judge you, make assumptions about you, and have certain expectations about who you are, what you're capable of. Your silence is the ultimate weapon in learning how to observe your surroundings, learning how to observe the people who are around you, especially those who are trying to attack you. And it allows you to make the right moves at the right time. There are a lot of people out here who are deceptive and very sneaky and think that they know who you are based on the way they are judging you to be. And if you've caught on to their game or their intentions or their need to cause you harm, using your silence as a strategy against them will never fail you. When you use your silence in situations, specifically when you are under attack, the people who are trying to attack you or the person who is trying to attack you will feed off of your behavior. They will feed off of your actions, your words. And when they don't have any indication of what you're thinking, of what your plans are, what your next move is, you are ultimately paralyzing them from making any further moves against you. And this isn't about being sneaky. It's not about being deceptive. It's about using silence to protect yourself, protect your energy, and to clear the energy and environment around you. And think of a time in your life where you may have had plans to do something, or you shared something with somebody else. The minute you've shared that goal, that dream, that desire, that action, it feels as though you've immediately diluted the possibility of that coming into fruition. Once you allow other people into your field of creativity, once you allow other people into your plans and your insight, you have already diluted and weakened the effectiveness of that taking place. And I'm not saying that the people you're telling are doing that. I just feel there's something that shifts within that energetic field that stops that weakens the strength, like that intensity of what it is that you want to do. And for example, you have a plan to start a new business and you're working on it, you're building, you have a vision, you have an idea of how you're going to execute this, how you're going to move forward with this. And things are starting to move along nicely. Your vision looks as though it's coming into your physical field. It's starting to materialize. And then you decide to share your goals with somebody else. The moment they give you their input, the moment they give you an opinion or a criticism or a judgment or anything that might make you second guess yourself or rethink your idea, it creates an obstacle in your way. And it's the same thing when you're in a situation where you might be facing a difficulty and by picking up on your actions and behaviors, certain people are able to determine how to continue attacking you, how they can continue to keep bringing you down. But they can't do that if you practice silence. They can't do that if you keep your cards close to your chest. They might be playing chess. You need to get yourself into a position where you checkmate their ass. So don't give away your plans. Don't give away your goals, your actions, your next move. Keep those cards close to your chest. Don't give anybody the ammunition to hold things against you or the ammunition to try and outmaneuver you. Playing chess when you're just trying to live your life in peace. But if people are out here trying to play chess against you, let them think they're winning. Let them think you haven't observed their behavior. Let them think they're outsmarting you. You don't have to say a word. You don't have to do a thing, because you're being guided by your intuition. Your intuition is your guidance system that is informing you on what moves you have to make. And you don't have to have that discussion with anybody. You already know what you have to do. But the power comes in keeping that to yourself and using your observation and your discernment to stop the people who are intent on pulling you down, dragging you down, ruining and destroying your life. If you don't show them your cards, they won't have the power to do that. Don't show them your cards until you're ready. Until you know you've won the game. And it feels like defeating the boss in the final level. And you've been fighting so hard to beat that big bully. And you finally did it. And it feels like now you're just waiting to see the results flash up on that leaderboard. How many points have you scored? And how far have you scored enough points to reach the top of the leaderboard? While the boss or the enemy are whimpering in the corner, your silence was the strategy that brought them down because they couldn't determine your next move. There will always be things in your life that try to come in to stop you from moving forward, stop you from growing, stop you from elevating. Don't take these things as a negative. Don't allow these things to bring you down. It's difficult, but you have to keep the faith and the trust and the knowing that you're going to push past the challenges. You're going to push through the difficulties. And these people, these things, these situations, they're not going to defeat you. They're not going to win. And trust in the universe, in the higher power to guide you through. Put your trust in the higher power to show you the way. And when you do that, your steps will become so effortless. So effortless. That to try and comprehend how that's happened, it just doesn't even make sense to do that. You just know that it's come from spirit. And you are protected, heavily, strongly protected. God's angels on earth. Don't mess with God's angels on earth. You don't have to shout and scream and show your hand. Your silence is enough to wipe them all out. I don't know what I've said for the past however long, but I feel it had meaning, and I hope I got my message across. My camera cut out. I don't know why, but it did. And I will be back in 3 weeks' time, whether I continue with season 4 or I decide to switch it up and deliver my episodes in a new way. I will decide closer to the time. And as always, take care. I hope season 3 has brought you some insight into your own lives, your own journey, and it will continue to help you to grow and utilize the strength that you have within you, to trust in yourself, to build your confidence, your self-esteem, your inner knowing and self-belief that you are becoming everything you are meant to be. Keep your boundaries strong. Use your voice confidently. Focus on keeping your environment peaceful and grounded, and as free of distractions as you possibly can. And if you do come across distractions, just know it's a moment in time. They will pass just like everything else. But in those moments, you're building so much strength, so many more realizations about yourself, that they are a significant part of your journey. So don't be disheartened when things try to come along to distract you or stand in your way. Embrace them, welcome them, and take on that challenge. You are a powerful being, and nobody and nothing is going to stand in your way. Thank you so much for being here for the past 3 seasons. I'm truly grateful and thankful. And I will be back. What date will I be back? 3 Sundays from today. Take care, and I will see you then. Bye.